Good morning, students. I am Asutosh Ranjan, science teacher from Modern English School, Bihar Sharif branch. As I am teaching you your second chapter, Animal World. In this chapter, I have taught you body covering in animals and breathing in animals. How do animals breathe and how body of animals is covered with different types of layers. In this term, in this connection, today I am going to discuss further about this chapter. So, next point to be discussed, that is feeding habits. How do different animals eat? So, according to feeding habits, different animals are categorized into different groups. So, one by one, today I will discuss about this category. First category is animals which eat only plant and plant products. Some animals have their front teeth flat and sharp, so by this they cut plant bodies, plant parts and chew it properly. So those animals which eat only plants and plant products, plants part, those animals are called as herbivores, as cow, deer, elephant, horse. These animals eat only plant products, so these are herbivores. Next category of animals is carnivores. Those animals which eat flesh of other animals are called as carnivorous animals, as lion, tiger, wolf. These are animals which have sharp pointed teeth by which they tear the flesh of animals which they eat. So these animals which eat flesh of other animals are called as carnivorous animals. Another type is omnivores. Omnivores are those types of animals which feed on both types of products, both types of food, as well as plant product, plant parts and also animal and animal bodies. These animals are called as omnivores, as man, dog, cat, deer, crow. These are animals which eat plant products and also eat bodies of other animals. So these are omnivores. Some other groups are also for animals according to their feeding style, feeding method. As animals eat their food on the basis of their feeding style, animals are also classified as some animals, as rabbit, a squirrel, gnaw their food. They have front sharp teeth and by which they gnaw their food. First of all, they cut their food into a smaller pieces and eat them. So by gnawing they take their food, and so these animals are called as rodents. A squirrel, a rabbit, these animals gnaw their food, so these animals are called as rodents. Insects have capacity to suck their food. Mostly animals suck their food as mosquito, butterfly, bee. These animals have long pointed sucking tube that is called proboscis, and by the using proboscis they suck their food as nectar of flowers, nectar of fruits, blood of other animals. So by sucking tube, some insects as mosquito, butterfly take their nutrition, take their food. Next, frogs, lizards. Frogs and lizards have long coiled tongue, and their tongue help them eating food. So by using their long coiled tongue, frog, lizard, these types of animals catch their small insects, catch their food and engulf them. So by using a sticky tongue, long coiled and a sticky tongue, these animals feed their food. Birds, how do birds eat? So birds have no teeth, birds have beak, and by using beak birds take their food. As you have studied in third class, you have studied different types of beaks of different birds. So as birds take their food, their beaks are also of different types. Different birds have different types of beaks, and according to nature of their beak they take their food. So by using beak birds take their food, means in birds beak is feeding organ. They have no teeth, so birds do not chew their food. Just by using beak they eat their food. So this is the feeding habit and feeding organs of different animals by which they take their food by different ways and in different forms. Now next point has to be discussed, that is movement in animals. As animals live, survive their life, they move, and to fulfill their need they move one place to another place. So all animals have not same kind of movement, their body is different. So different animals have different types of movement, and they have different types of movement organs by which we move from one place to another place. As aquatic animals, fishes have tail and fins. By using fins and tail, fishes move in water. Turtle have paddle-like limbs by which they swim in water. Frogs have webbed feet by which they swim in water, and also by using their feet they jump on land, because frog is amphibian, it live on land and water both. So by using their feet they swim in webbed feet, they swim in water, and also by using their feet they move on land. Capacity to fly very well. So penguins only move on land. Insects have 6 legs, and by using their 6 legs insects move as ant, mosquito, cockroach, beetle, grasshopper. These animals, movement of these animals by using their 6 legs called as crawling. So by using 6 legs these insects move. Some insects have also behave like birds, means by using their wings they can fly. Insects can fly similar to bird by using wings. Birds have wings and also feet. So by using wings, birds can fly. Different animals have different capacity to fly, but some birds have as capacity they cannot fly, and so emu, ostrich, these are large birds, so they cannot fly. Their bones are not hollow, their bones are very heavy, so these birds cannot fly. So these birds are called as ostrich, emu, kiwi. These birds are called as flightless bird because they cannot fly. But mostly birds, generally all birds, can fly by using their wings, by using their feathers, and by using tail they change their direction. So in flying of bird, their feathers help them, and by wings also help in flying in air. But emu, ostrich, kiwi, these are flightless bird. They can move on land by using their feet. Reptiles also crawling. Reptiles have four limbs, two hind limbs, two forelimbs. So by using their limbs, reptiles crawl on the land as crocodile, chameleon, lizard, snake. They crawl on the land. Now next very important type of animal, that is mammals. Mammals are those animals which produce babies as human, cow, dog, elephant. These animals have capacity to produce their young ones, babies. So and mammals also feed their milk to their babies. So how do they move? Mammals have four limbs. Mammals are four-footed, but different animals use their limbs in different ways in movement. As human use their hind limbs to move. Means hind limbs means leg. Hind limbs means leg. So by using their legs, human move. And four limbs are hand, but humans use only their hind limbs, that is legs. And by using their two legs, by using their 2 feet, human move as run, walk on the land. But other animals as cow, dog, buffalo, deer, these have 2 hind limbs and 2 forelimbs, and by using all 4 limbs, animals move on land. These animals are called as four-footed animal, and these four-footed animals move on land by using their all 4 limbs, but humans use only 2 limbs to move on land. So this is movement. This is about movement in animals. For their need, different animals as birds, insects, reptiles, mammals move in their habitat by using their body organs, by using their organs. They move and complete their requirement. Now next topic is migration. Migration is that phenomenon in which whole species of any animal move from one place to another place in search of better food shelter. Whole species of any animal move from one place to another place in search of better weather condition, food and shelter. That is called migration. As any animal is living in their habitat, but due to changing in weathery condition, they start feeling uncomfortable in their habitat, so they escape from their habitat and go to those places where weather is suitable for them. So when whole species move from that place to any another suitable place, that phenomenon is called as migration. Generally birds perform migration. Generally, mostly birds can perform migration, as Siberian crane, Arctic tern. These are some important some popular birds which perform migration. Some birds also perform migration. Some birds as Arctic tern and Siberian crane, but some fishes as salmon fish which live in sea, but sometime it also migrate from one place to another place. Some insects as locutus and monarch butterfly, these are some insects which migrate from one place to another place. So the purpose to migrate either by insects, birds, fishes, the main purpose of migration of these animals, that is to in search of better weather condition, better availability of food and suitable environment. So students, now your second chapter is completed. All points are discussed for your second chapter. So for today, that's all. In my next lecture, I will meet with you with some new points of your science. Today, thank you. Have a nice day.